Hey everybody, welcome to Rants by Michaela. I realize it has been a while since I ranted, but I was having some phone issues. It got to the point where I just had to back up all of the information onto my computer and then reset the phone back to factory settings just to get it to work. But I am back now, and I want to get started on a couple of topics that have been very recent lately, hopefully throughout this next week, just to give you guys a little bit of a, my perspective on what it is that's going on. So I'm going to start with the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial, because you can't talk about that without laughing. So I'll be honest with you, when Johnny Depp got on the stand and he said he told her is the woman that I donated my jizz to something, I thought that was kind of perverted. If anybody who wasn't Johnny Depp sent me that in a text message, an email, or said that to my face, I'd be a little creeped out. But it's Johnny Depp, so I wouldn't be creeped out by that. But it is a total shit show, quite honestly. And on the part of Amber Heard's lawyers, these guys really went to law school for 4 years and passed the bar exam to only know how to say 2 words: objection, hearsay, to the point where one of these guys actually objected himself. Like, this woman has absolutely no taste when it comes to getting good legal counsel to represent her. Then we see Amber get on the stand, and somebody said it looks like she snorted a line, from her little napkin. I did kind of see a little, but you never know. Sometimes they get a little bit of powder on their nose. But I definitely saw the part where she posed so that the camera could get a picture of her wiping a tear. Now, one of the reasons why I have never believed for a second that Johnny Depp actually physically abused Amber Heard is because Johnny Depp has been in a couple of long-term relationships where no one had a complaint. You're not going to all of a sudden start abusing somebody in your late 40s, early 50s. That's not a pattern that starts that late in life. Matter of fact, my mom got into it with her roommate in New York at one point in time. And this guy called the cops and said that my mom was doing all these things, acting out erratically, punching a hole in the wall, and this, that, and the other. And she was completely surprised by it. When the police came to investigate the issue and he started making all these claims about her, the first thing that the cops said was, "And how old are we?" Meaning, we're too damn old to be doing stuff like that, acting out, hooting and hollering and carrying on like that. So what? And my mom was completely, taken aback by it, because at the end of the day, she was too old for that behavior. Not because it's a maturity thing, but because at that age, you're tired. You need ibuprofen, vitamin C, and then some. You can't be doing all this like you could when you were younger. It's not impossible. It's just a lot more difficult. And a lot of people are not going to strain themselves like that. So when she's trying to say, after this man has had long-term relationships that have spanned, if I'm not mistaken, over a decade, and he's at least had 2 of them, she's saying that in his 40s and early 50s, that he was doing all that, and immediately any of us who know better are like, yeah, right, girl, go on somewhere, get out of here with that. Bye, Felicia. So that was one reason why I didn't believe her. The second reason why I didn't believe her was because there was a video that surfaced that was supposed to serve as proof of how violent he was. But all the video showed was that he was belligerent and drunk. I didn't see a single punch being swung. I heard him going off at the mouth, and I think he was like up in some waiter's face or something like that. But other than that, I mean, people get belligerent drunk. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying you don't take belligerent drunk and turn it into physical violence. You don't tell people that it was physical violence. The third reason why I didn't believe her is because no one had known who Amber Heard was before she started divorcing Johnny Depp, because I didn't even know she was married to Johnny Depp. I thought Johnny Depp was like one of those loyal, committed, long-term boyfriends, kind of like Kurt Russell, who's never married Goldie Hawn, but they don't need the paper to prove it. So when I saw that he was married, I was like, oh my gosh, what did this woman do that the other women couldn't do to make him want to put a ring on the finger? Like, that's insane. She must really be one of those, the one. They say that a woman can be in a relationship with a man 10 years, 15 years. He break up with her and then marry the next woman after only 3 months, because he was with the other woman for convenience, but she wasn't the one. And Johnny Depp has been in a couple of long-term relationships where they were not the one. So I wonder what it was about Amber Heard that made him decide to get with her. But then during the divorce trial, and when they were going to try and determine how much money she was going to get from Johnny, which I think ended up being $7 million, she left the courthouse with her girlfriend. So is she bisexual? Is she a lesbian who was just using Johnny for his money? I don't know. Here in the days of not just accepting LGBTQ, but when Gen Zers are basically saying, gender is fluid and sexuality is a myth, you can't really make any determinations now about saying, hey, I think that this chick is a lesbian and she used Johnny Depp for his money. She wasn't attracted to him. She didn't like being in his home. Even during one of the testimonies, they said Amber Heard didn't like being in Johnny Depp's house because it was a bunch of old guys playing guitar. Okay, but you married one of those old guys, so were you never even attracted to Johnny Depp because of his age? Because he's so much older than you? Anyway, I think we can all determine that she played him and she used him for money and for fame, forgetting how, beloved he is within the Hollywood community and beloved to his fans, to the point where no one believed him. Bill Cosby was very beloved to his fans, especially African-American fans, because he was one of the, poster child men for, the affluent, loving black family. Bill Cosby was a black, performing artist who did nothing but show positive images of black people here in the United States, to the point where, not only did he do the Bill Cosby show, but he was also able to do Kids Say the Darndest Things. Everyone loved his talent and his ability to do a very nice, family-friendly, clean comedy show when he did his stand-up as well. And all it took was one accusation of supposed rape, drugging women and raping women, for half of the United States to turn their back on him, except for those of us who are of African descent, who realized that there was something else going on, because there's no way that the black family man of comedy raped anybody. But with Johnny Depp is a white man from Kentucky. And when someone comes out with a false accusation of physical violence against him, his fans stood behind his back throughout every single step of the way. There has not been a single solitary meme or GIF or anything out there saying that anybody is against Johnny. Now, no one is against Johnny, but a lot of people chose to stay neutral, like Warner Brothers and Disney. They're not against Johnny Depp, but they don't want to be associated with somebody who has that in their history, domestic violence accusation. And as a result of them giving up on him so fast over the mere accusation, Johnny Depp, number one, lost his role as Gellert Grindelwald on Fantastic Beasts, causing fans to protest the movie by not going to see it in theaters. And as a result, it hit one of its lowest box office numbers during the opening weekend. Fans did not want to go see it in theaters because Johnny Depp wasn't going to play Gellert Grindelwald. Now, it's no offense to Mads Mikkelsen. I think he's absolutely fantastic as an actor. I saw him as Caecilius on Doctor Strange, and I think he did a phenomenal job. To this day, whenever somebody says, please don't judge me, I simply say, who am I to judge? Because I love that line from Caecilius in Doctor Strange. Mads Mikkelsen did a great job. I went to go watch it in theaters, but fans stand behind Johnny Depp. He has loyal fans. He also lost his role as Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean 6. And he has said that if Disney ever came back to him to do another Pirates movie, he wouldn't do it. Even if they offered him $50 million, he wouldn't do it. Well, all you need to do is Google how much money Johnny Depp movies have made for Disney. And when you look at the fact that he lost his role as Jack Sparrow over the mere accusation of a woman whose name nobody had even ever heard of until the divorce proceedings, you would understand why he felt that way. I know, as a person who has struggled over the last 10 years to finally make it to $40,000 a year, how upset I would be at a company that betrayed me in some way, shape, or form, turned its back on me after I have made tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars for them. I worked for a company one time. It was a marketing company, and the first month that I worked there and they trained me on how to do the job and I started doing it, they said I had recovered about $18,000 in lost revenue that month. But I was only getting paid something like $2,400 a month. I get paid $2,400 a month, but I recover $18,000 in lost revenue for the company because of, past due clients, communicating with them, reinitiating their subscriptions, so on and so forth. If that company, I don't work for them anymore because I moved. They were a great company though. But if that company had ever turned its back on me after the mere accusation of something with absolutely no proof, I know how upset I would be, and that's only $18,000. Johnny Depp has made hundreds of millions for Disney, spanning over the course of 2 decades, if not 3. And they turned his back on him off of the mere accusation of a bitter ex-wife who was using him anyway for his money. I don't blame him. Now, I'm not saying anything against, Warner Brothers or Disney. I'm just saying I understand where Johnny's coming from in all of this when it comes to the amount of money that he's made for these studios as an incredibly talented actor. Despite the fact that he is gorgeous, he has always played these really eccentric roles where you can't even really look at his beauty because you're so wrapped in the character, like Edward Scissorhands and Sweeney Todd and The Corpse Bride. Even as Jack Sparrow, he looked really good as Jack Sparrow, but we love his performance. So I understand where Johnny Depp's coming from. I'm Team Johnny. Fuck Amber Heard. I don't have a care in the world for her. But I hope at the end of this, because you can't make Amber Heard pay back all the money that she got from the divorce, but I hope at the end of this, they kind of make her an example of what not to be. Because at the end of the day, she's honestly not the first woman to marry a celebrity and pull this off. It's just getting the attention that this sort of thing deserves, because at the end of the day, the victim in this case is Johnny Depp. Anyway, that's my rant. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Happy Monday.